It might be a little harder to stream your favorite team now that Hulu and YouTube TV has dropped Bally Sports RSNs, but if you stick around to the end, we have an exclusive deal for our streamable viewers that's gonna save you a little bit of money if you want to stream your team. Coming up on the Streaming Insider. What's up, streamers? It's Jason from the Streamable, and every week I go behind the scenes of the biggest stories in streaming. And this week, there's no story bigger than the launch of Bally Sports Regional Sports Network and what that actually means for streamers. But before we get into it, guys, we did it! We've reached 5,000 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you who subscribed to the channel, but we're not stopping there. But remember, we were giving away an Amazon Fire Stick 4K to one of our first 5,000 subscribers, and that winner is Bob Parker. So if you're Bob Parker, we'll reach out to you so you can get your Amazon Fire Stick 4K. But we're not stopping there. We have a brand new promotion that if you're one of our first 10,000 subscribers, you will have a chance to win a brand new Roku Ultra. If you're already a subscriber, you're already entered. And if you're not, you want to subscribe so you have a chance to win. But let's get into it on how to stream your regional sports networks. So the last 18 months has been a big challenge for streamers on how to stream regional sports networks. Most notably, Bally Sports RSNs, which used to be known as Fox Sports RSNs, were dropped by Sling TV, fuboTV, YouTube TV, and Hulu Live. And what that means is it's a little harder to stream them. We're going to get into just how you can stream them, but we want to go through some of the other RSNs first. So the easiest to stream are NBC Sports RSNs. So this is like NBC Sports Washington and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Those ones aren't that difficult because you have tons of options. Everything from YouTube TV to fuboTV to Hulu Live and AT&T TV. One thing you should know is Sling TV just dropped NBC Sports Washington and NBC Sports Bay Area in California. So if you do have Sling, you're gonna have to look for a new service. And then there's a few RSNs that are only available on fuboTV and AT&T TV, like Nessun and MSG and AT&T Sportsnet Southwest and AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. And then just this week, fuboTV announced that they'll be adding Marquee Sports Network, which is the Cubs regional sports network, which is also available on AT&T TV. If you need it right now, you'll still need AT&T TV, but if you can wait a couple weeks, it will be coming to fuboTV. One thing to know about fuboTV though is in some markets they now do charge a regional sports fee. It's $5 or $6. In the New York metro area they don't, but in areas like Buffalo and Pittsburgh and Houston and in Chicago, they do charge a regional sports fee, which is a bummer, but it is really the only way without having tiers on plans that they've been able to bring regional sports networks to the service. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you about an exclusive promo that the Streamable is running that will help you save on Bally Sports RSN and Yes Network when you sign up for AT&T TV. But let's talk about Bally Sports RSNs. So Bally Sports is the new name for Fox Sports RSN. Sinclair, which bought the channels a couple years ago, has had a hard time getting them to stick around on various streaming services. And that's because the cost of them keep going up and up and up, and very few streamers who subscribe to these live TV streaming services are actually streaming regional sports networks. While they're not available on fuboTV and Hulu and YouTube TV and Sling anymore, they are still available on AT&T TV. And the good news is AT&T TV has made their service better. To get RSNs on AT&T TV, you will need their $84.99 a month choice plan, but just like the other services, it doesn't have a contract. And they also added a cool new feature where you get near unlimited at-home streams. You can stream on 20 devices at the same time. On top of that, it comes with a 20-hour DVR, but they now have the option to upgrade to an unlimited DVR for just $10 a month. And the nice thing about AT&T AT&T TV, because they have multiple tiers, they do have a lot more regional sports networks than a bunch of the other services. So even outside of Bally Sports, they also in LA have Spectrum Sportsnet and Spectrum Sportsnet LA. They have Root Sports Northwest. They have AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain and the other AT&T Sportsnet, just like Fubo. And they have Yes Network in New York. But if you want Bally Sports RSN, they really are your only option. While Bally is planning to launch their brand new Bally Sports app, in order to watch live games, you will need TV Everywhere credentials. That means you will need to be a subscriber of either a streaming service like AT&T TV or of a cable or satellite package. Their CEO has said that they do plan to launch a direct-to-consumer service sometime in 2022. We don't know whether it will have every game that your team plays or how much it costs. To put in perspective how much they might charge, imagine only 10% of a YouTube TV subscriber actually watches a regional sports network. Sinclair charges a service like YouTube TV about $5 a month for Bally Sports. What that means is, in order to get that same amount of revenue through a direct-to-consumer service, they would have to charge $50 a month just for a single channel. So it's a really hard proposition to launch a direct-to-consumer regional sports network service. But I know AT&T TV is a little more expensive than what you were paying for Hulu Live or YouTube TV, so we've gone ahead and partnered with them to make a deal for you. So for a limited time, if you sign up through AT&T TV through the Streamable, there's a link in the description below and somewhere floating above, you can get $75 back through an Amazon gift card, and also for a limited time you'd get a year free of HBO Max, a year of NBA League Pass Premium, and you get the service. And the good news is, just like every other service, it doesn't have a contract. So if you just want it for baseball season or basketball season or hockey season, you do have an option to try it out just for a few months, and if you like it, stick around. And while you might see suggestions from places that talk about being able to use an out-of-market package and a VPN, it is against the terms of service of things like MLB TV, NHL TV, and NBA League Pass, so your mileage will vary. And obviously here at the Streamable, we don't really talk about a legal streaming option, so we've really given you all the legal ways that you can watch your favorite team. Well, that's it. That's everything you need to know about streaming your local team without cable or satellite. Let me know in the comments below, how are you gonna do it? Are you a Hulu and YouTube subscriber that might be looking for a new service? And if you found this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button. The more people who like this, the more people will see it, and the more great content I can keep bringing to you. And make sure you hit subscribe. Remember, if you're one of our first 10,000 subscribers, you will have a chance to win a Roku Ultra. And make sure you visit us all week long at thestreamable.com for the latest in streaming news and reviews. And for The Streamable, I'm Jason. Have a great week.